Right, hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic and it's time to play Dinos. It's been a while since we played Dinos and it's time to play it in Historic. I know a lot of you guys aren't necessarily huge fans of Historic, but with Jumpstart coming out pretty soon, a ton of support coming for the Historic format, you definitely should be jumping into it a little bit more. You should be looking out for it because Historic is probably going to bring a lot more players to MTG Arena. They're going to be, it's a really fun format. There's a lot of great stuff out there and it's getting quite a bit of support from Wizards as well in the coming months, and so be checking it out. And of course, if we're going into Historic, the first thing I've got to play is dinosaurs because I just love my dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are so fun. I wanted to still have like kind of a theme based around Ikoria, and there's a couple really good cards that we get with it. Chorus of Crasher and Ram Through are kind of the main two cards that really help out this, tramply heavy deck. But if we do get a Galta with a Ram Through, which I mean, being able to cast them on the same turn is pretty easy in this deck, where Galta at 12/12 with Trample, it costs X less, where X is the total power of creatures you control. And so basically what we want to do is we want to get Galta out onto the battlefield. We want to be able to give it haste with Otepec Huntmaster. I was debating and also bringing like Footfall Caves, which is probably one of the best ways to be giving things haste in just like in general. If you just have like a 1-mana way to give things haste, Footfall Creator is actually pretty good. You can cycle away extra copies of it, you can use it, and so I was debating on that, but Otepec Huntmaster just works really well giving any dinosaur haste, and so that's kind of the main game plan. Early game we're ramping with Llanowar Elves, Marauding Raptor, Otepec Huntmaster. Marauding Raptor works a little bit awkwardly with the other two ramp cards because you don't get to actually like cast them and keep them on the battlefield if we get Marauding Raptor first, but it works great with Ranging Raptors, with everything else that has really high toughness, and also just is another dinosaur to give us a kind of a beefy creature through, and so it works out pretty well. The other good thing about Football Creator too, though, is that it does give Trample, where Marauding Raptor doesn't have that. So I'm going to be tweaking this deck as we go along, maybe testing out just different things with it. This is definitely a free flow type of deck, but we do get the hasty side of things with Registrar Alpha as well, which is an amazing card. 5 mana cost. Other dinosaurs you control have haste, and then when it enters battlefield, you create a 3/3 green creature token with Trample, and so pretty sweet stuff. We can also just Embercleave onto whatever, like Embercleave onto Marauding Raptor is really powerful. There's also the dinosaur, what's it here? It's a Raptor Hatchling. So if we get Marauding Raptor out on turn 2, turn 3, we could have 3 Raptor Hatchlings in our opening hand, and each one of them, it comes down to the battlefield, it gets enraged, you create another dinosaur. Each creature entering the battlefield causes Marauding Raptor to get +2/+0 until end of turn. You could end up having this, +12 all of a sudden for 3 mana on that turn, as well as creating a bunch of 3/3 green dinosaur creature tokens. So there is like another fun side of doing stuff. Again, I'm trying to focus a little bit more on Chords of Crasher for this deck. I know there's a bunch of fun synergies you can do in Historic because Historic is awesome. There's so many cards out there. Anyway, so this is the deck. I'm going to go ahead and jump into some gameplay, see how it does for us, and make some changes along the way. And yeah, here we go. Wish me luck. It's a lot of Marauding Raptors. We would have a turn 3 Godzilla, which technically his toughness will be based off of his power, and the Marauding Raptors work pretty well with Godzilla to an extent. I'm gonna keep it. This is probably a terrible keep. Marauding Raptors don't stack very well together, but boy are they fun. Oh, I guess it's not turn 3. Yeah, for some reason thinking I could play this turn 1. Jund. All right. All right, go Marauding Raptor, pass the turn. Discarded their hand. Nothing in it though. That's kind of interesting. So I want to play the Marauding Raptor here as well. I think we go ahead and swing in first so that they can't just trade off with it. Play the other Marauding Raptor. Oh, I guess this one actually would have gotten bigger, right? I misplayed there. I was thinking the other way around. Pass the turn. All right. Nothing good in the graveyard. That's the only bonus we have right now. Nothing good at all. Sweet. 3 new cards though. So we know they're not doing anything bested for at least another turn, hopefully. Not another Cathartic Reunion, so that's good. All right, so we can go for its Holly. Yeah, so I think this is what we do. So we go for Atali this turn. Next turn we can play Godzilla and Galta. We're giving him the chance to block with Stitcher Supplier. They might get something really big, but we also can probably fight through it with our big stuff. They double block, take 4. We're only winning right now because they've kind of drawn dead with their reanimation plan. And so we still have the shot there. All right, they kill a Marauding Raptor, that's fine. All right, so I could go... All right, let's play Marauding Raptor into Galta. I swing here. They're going to be forced basically to block with the Tali, so they chump here probably, and then double block. I'm just hoping that we hit something good. Oh, we got another Galta. Yay. We get to grow the Marauding Raptors. Bummer. Villas in the graveyard. That's not too scary. Our stuff is pretty big. We'll see. Godzilla's actually pretty fun with Marauding Raptors. I think it'll work out pretty well. Give him more toughness. Oh, hey, that was you I was playing up against. Dude, that was fun. All right, brings back Villas, I'm assuming. The Ravager Worm isn't a terrible plan again. Okay, goes for the Villas. right, I want to see how this works, because yeah, it should have 7 toughness. Okay, good. Kind of. Swing in with Galta. Yeah, just swing in here. Goes down to 3. Pass the turn. Hey, Miss Muffin, thanks so much for the raid with Party of 10. Sweet. Thanks for hopping on. Oh, I forgot about that. Whenever you lose life, draw that many cards. Yeah, that's pretty good. Can they actually close out the game, though? I'm actually not sure. They get to discard something from their hand. All right, there's an Ulamog. It's only whenever it attacks that it does anything, though. Blood for Bones brings back Ulamog. It's a great blocker for them. So I think what we're looking for is Ram Through. Or any dinosaur also gives us there. As long as we hit a creature. So it's if a dinosaur, so a dinosaur or Ram Through. There's a lot of dead cards here. Yeah, that's one of them. Oh no. All right, so they block Galta here. We still have lethal, so we just swing in. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about just the lethal on board. We got it. We're cool. Sweet. All right. That has it. We had to mulligan a bunch, though. Orchard Crasher and Ram Through to the bottom? Or do we probably drop... I think it's probably the Thicket here, because it's slow. We can kind of play it, though, with Otepec. I can get on Ranging Raptors as well. So we drop Ram Through for sure. It'd be nice to be able to hold on to a big body threat, but I think we got to drop it as well. All right, play that tap, pass the turn. We're up against Mono Blue Tempo, or just Flyers. Flyers is really good against us. Yay. We did get a Galta, though. Galta with Ram Through is a 2-turn clock. I mean, I guess it's actually... because you can do that on the same turn as well. It's pretty nice. I could just try to ramp, let them go ahead and block and kill this. Hopefully we run into something else. We get more lands out of our deck. It's honestly not a terrible plan just to go for that. We also get Castle Garenbrig for the next turn. All right, yeah. I was thinking they either just let it through or they let us get a land, which is pretty nice. What's up, Dr. Spillikin? How you doing, man? Yeah, I agree with that. The brew ability is really high there. Double Curious Obsession. Yikes. Not dead on the next turn just yet, but Reality of Wings is a thing. This isn't great. Whew. All right, now we're dead on the next turn. Ram Through doesn't do it for us. Double Galta doesn't do it for me. Yeah, that's game. All right. And see, this is the issue. I don't think that this deck is really fun. We have a lot of good stuff, and it would do well maybe in Standard, but Historic is on another level. There's a lot of really, really good stuff in Historic. All right, there we go. We have like the perfect opening hand now. Sweetness. Spicy brew so far. We've had this is the first one, so we're just playing some dinos and such. Again, the issue with Marauding Raptor is having 2 of them doesn't work so well. Whoa, for the rude jerk. All right. Hey, like a Llanowar Elves would be nice right now. Alright, go Marauding Raptor. Let's thin out our deck, even though we want basics, that still works. Alright, Jadelight Ranger. Yep, Burrows the Wildgrowth Walker. Another Jadelight Ranger. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is good. Alright, no blocks. Alright, this lets us get to Galta a lot quicker. I think that we win this by having Galta be big and awesome. We could swing in with both of these. They're going to be gaining lots of life next turn as well. It makes Galta a little bit smaller. That's fine. By smaller, I meant harder to cast. Yep, Wildgrowth Walker is still a really powerful card. Who knew? Down to 11. I think like Ram Through would be sweet here. All right. So I believe I can play Llanowar Elves in Galta. I think that's good enough. Swing here, swing here. We're still taking a bunch, but we're not dead yet. All right, jump down to 17, past the turn. Yeah, Ram Through is sweet, sweet, sweet here. They haven't found like any lands with this Explorer, which is kind of crazy. All right, gets another Wildgrowth Walker. That's cool, that's cool. We take it this turn. All right, go Ranging Raptors, thin out our deck a little bit more. It doesn't really matter. So swinging with the Galta. The Raptor. This is a good blocker for us. If they have removal, I want to be a little bit safe here. I guess I can still swing in here. It doesn't have trample. But this, I'm swinging in for lethal, so they have to block with at least the Branch Walker. So we kind of get rid of needing to block as much anyway. 2 removal spells kills us. I'm thinking that's highly unlikely. Who knows? All right, we get to kill both. Sweet. They're putting a lot of focus on the Rotting Raptor. I feel like the Registar Alpha is definitely the better one here. All right, kills Galta. They're still down to 4. They can't actually swing in aggressively here. I guess they kind of can. We don't have trample. But any dinosaur is hasty here for us. So yeah, we'll block thinner deck. There we go. All right, sweet. Bam. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, that actually felt pretty good. That felt pretty solid. We were needing more card draw. We do have the Great Henge in the deck, but maybe we need to bring in a little bit more. That wasn't bad though. All right, up against Serene Sunset. We have a ramp creature in the early game. We're on the draw too, so we can maybe find like a Llanowar Elves or Marauding Raptor along the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. It's not amazing and it's pretty slow, but I do want to see if we can. If we can't win with a hand with Raging Raptors, we probably need to be changing up this deck. There we go. We do have 12 creatures that help us ramp in the early game that work. So, I mean, this deck has the potential to do okay. All right, is this blue-green Explorer? It's actually a pretty good Explorer package than the blue and green colors. So, what's it called right now? Simic. There we go. We understand each other. Ooh, Vivian. Whoa.
Close your eyes and listen to the sounds of the wild.
All right, I actually want them to swing in. Rude. All right, so we have 4 mana. All right, so with Ram Through, I can Shifting Ceratops. I mean, they can, I guess they can make this, just kill it here. It's really annoying. All right, so what I could do is swinging with Ranging Raptors. If they block, we Ram Through. Because it's instant speed. So swinging with Ranging Raptors. All right, they block. Ram Through. I guess killing the Llanowars might have been better. This is just to kill the Jade Light Ranger. Take action. Grab Forest. Outspec Huntmaster. Pass the turn. Now we can give our dinosaurs haste. Make them a little bit cheaper here. This,
I protect that which cannot protect itself.
Dude, Nissa with this Vivian is actually solid. Making this a 5/5 every turn. Just having it kill other things too.
I'd get out of the way if I were you.
Okay, no blocks. Take the beats. Yikes. What do we do now? Quartzwood Crasher would be sweet. Oh, that's what they're doing. Yeah, play this tapped. Reggie Alpha. Give this one haste. It gives other dinosaurs haste, but not itself. So swing at Nissa. Man, this Vivian is also doing work. Swing here as well. I mean, I'm definitely willing to trade the Llanowars here to actually kill Nissa. If they have another one, it's annoying, but...
Try my patience.
Man, yeah, that's really good. And this is just the issue of not being quite as aggressive or have as much interaction because we're playing the creature heavy deck. We do get to do big cool things. I do think that we ought to bring in some other fun stuff. Like we want to have a Tali into the deck. A Tali would just be fun.
Behold, nature's true power.
Yeah, there's a few things like that that'd be fun. Yeah, it kills the Regisar.
Get 'em.
I think this one's over. Like the one chance we have is maybe getting Galta out like the next turn. We're taking a ton. And they have the Crimson Bastion. Dude, I never see Proliferate like actually do well. And we just drew a lot of lands. Yeah, we're dead. All right, we're dead. All right, let's bring in a couple of fun things. We need to bring in Natali. We need to bring in. I guess we're just in GRUUL, so like some things don't work as well. Like we can't bring in Gishath. It's two copies of Atali. Go down one Crasher. One. I guess the shifting Ceratops isn't a terrible thing to cut for what we're trying to do. Okay, there we go. You've been avoiding standard. I keep hearing this back and forth where like some people only play standard, some people only play historic. I've been trying to focus a little bit more on standard because my standard videos do better, but at the same time, like I love historic. Historic is really fun. I like the GRUUL deck in historic. I know that's like everyone's least favorite. We do have ramp. It's kind of slow in this hand. The turn 4 Crasher is still not bad though, on the play especially. I probably ought to mulligan. I think you're right. There's much worse hands than this too though that we could run into. That's better though. All right, give me a dino. Gil the Goosey. Right, no attacks, pass the turn. Stitch your supplier. Hit nothing, sweet. Alright, give me a good dino. Give me a good dino. I think we go ahead and let them lose the Stitcher supplier. We do have a lot of trample stuff, but oh, I forgot that we were giving him the Llanowar. All right, man, I'm just making mistakes today. That was just silliness. Ravager worm coming back. Yep. Cycling and historic would be probably pretty good as well. All right, well, I done messed up there. Yeah, we're dead. All right, that's a pretty sweet opening hand. Llanowar into Otepec. Unfortunately, we can't go Marauding Raptor into Otepec, but this is good. Marauding Raptor with Regisaur Alpha is really, really good if they don't end up having blockers. In fact, if we find the land, we can end up casting this on turn 3. That might just be the better play than going for Otepec. We'll see. A deck based around Season of Growth. Yeah, Season of Growth is always a fun card to build around. Here's a great hand. Sweet. It's great. They're great. Ooh, Champion of Play. That is a fun card to build around. I'm tempted to go ahead and offer the trade. I bet they won't take it, but probably shouldn't. See, we get Regisaur Alpha next turn, as is. Technically, we can go Marauding Raptors into that, right? So, yeah, no attacks, pass the turn. We have a really solid turn for next turn. Yeah, absolutely love Champion of the Flame. Really fun card. That with, like, Lurrus could be a really fun deck as well. All right, we found the red mana. Sweet. All right, so Raptor. Reggie. I mean, you did big things, but I think what we did was a little bit bigger. Down to 7. That's a really good turn 3. I mean, this deck is crazy explosive when you get the right stuff going for it. Sentinel's Mark. We also just get Great Henge next turn. So I think that we can actually play the Great Henge with the Marauding Raptor getting bigger. For 2, I guess we're 1 off, aren't we? That's fine though. All right, we swing in with everything. They block here. They take 8 plus 6 is 14. Okay, yeah, so we got lethal. This doesn't have lifelink, right? Okay, good. I didn't think so. Shablamo! All right, well, we do have a pretty aggressive side of this deck as well, which is pretty sweet. All right, so there you guys have it with Jund Dinos. I like bringing in Tali. You got to do some fun stuff, but this deck has a very, very aggressive side where we go for the Marauding Raptor. We have Red Star Alpha swinging for just tons and tons of damage. So we saw that game plan go for it. I like Hordes with Crasher in here as well, which works pretty well. Just giving it, you know, just that extra little bit of value that you can get from this. If you give it haste, it's really, really powerful. The Ram Through, I think, was the card that really was the most powerful, though. It's just a busted card. If you're playing trampling creatures, it's really, really good. Instant speed effect, where you just target creature deals damage equal to its power to creatures, is a really, really, really good removal. We saw that even with just like ranging Raptors, being able to trade off with something, being able to do, you know, get some value, and I'm fine getting a basic land and ramming through at the same time. Like, it's pretty good. So anyway, overall, I think this deck is really powerful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.